That's right, kids. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Good morning. I'm Goldie. And let's see what you can learn today. Multi-piece bodies. Do they matter? Do they not matter? If they do, how much does it really matter? And in this, of course, we're talking about this in the context of electric guitar. Specifically, not necessarily hollow body guitar or guitars with microphonic pickups, because a lot of us use non-microphonic pickups, wax spotted pickups. So it's about that. For a lot of us, we cannot probably afford those premium vintage instruments that, old school unpotted sound and all this and that. A lot of us are playing we just get a guitar that we like and then we play it. But to me, it probably doesn't really matter. What matters more than that is the quality of the wood, how dried it is. I would say I came to this conclusion through my limited experience of my guitars, my PRSs, my Tanglewood, my LTD, my other stuff, other guitars that I've had, that I've sold, other guitars that I've played in general from other people or wherever. Here we have my Tanglewood TSB 58 LP copy. What is this? Designed, it's a UK company, but this is made in Taiwan, I believe. Very good guitar. Look, even the back plates are recessed. I have this guitar in front of you right now because this guitar has shown me a couple things, taught me a couple lessons on the things that don't really matter, or the things that people put too much attention to unnecessarily and take their eyes off the prize, which is gaining the skills. This guitar has, as you can see, without all the reflections, this guitar is about a 3-piece body. You can see one piece there, and one piece there, and a big one here. And yet, this guitar, my mic's noise gate is kicking in, so it's kicking out the sound, the tone. The noise is getting cut off, but maybe if I keep talking, the gate will open up. But this one has a good sustain. I've had people who have commented and been intrigued by this guitar. One of the comments being that, hey, this guitar, damn bro, it's got some sustain. It's better than an Epiphone, although probably not as good as a Gibson, probably, but it's fairly loud. And the body is pretty lively. The multi-piece body is pretty lively overall. It's resonating, the body's vibrating. Just your typical LP copy. Oh, pardon me, not typical because it has a thinner neck and big stainless looking frets. They're not stainless, there's some kind of compound material. The things that this guitar has shown me that doesn't really matter much is the nut material. Obviously, you're not going to have a nut that's soft. If you buy, like I said before on a previous video, if you buy a guitar, chances are, whatever the nut material is, plastic or whatever, it's going to be hard enough to hold a note. The other thing is that this guitar showed me is that it's okay to have a scarf joint. Probably cannot see it, but if you don't see it, I can definitely see it here. But if you don't see it, you can probably just take my word for it. There is a scarf joint on here. Let's see it. You can see it there. The line is there. You see it? I have owned this guitar since 2012. So I've had this guitar for at least 12 years now. 12, 13 years. You see any issue? Do you see any issue, man? I'll let you have a look again because your brainwashed thinking prevails. Do you see any issue there? Now, granted, I am pretty careful with my guitar. Not in the sense that I baby it, that it's super precious. I play it in a gig properly. But when I'm finished, I put it in the case. I'm not gonna be handling the guitar like an idiot. I will handle the guitar with reasonable care. But when the guitar gets dinged, where's the dings on this? But there's some dings somewhere here, but not deep enough to go to the paint. When my guitars this includes my PRSs, including my number one PRS. When my guitars get dinged, when it gets dinged organically, naturally from gigging, when it happens naturally or organically, don't care. In fact, I'm happy when it happens. Because I'm looking forward to my guitars looking relic in a few years' time playing it. So I take care of my guitars reasonably well. No issues on the scarf joint. I understand there's some scarf joints out there that have gone wrong, but I've owned 3 Tanglewoods. None of them have had issues. 3-piece body. No problem. In fact, why do you care about how many pieces of wood the body is? Why do you care? Have you even thought about that? Have you even analyzed that? Just when you've been sat there just not doing anything. Have you really put some thought in it and analyze it? Your own beliefs, not some beliefs that have been put in your head by someone of an authority, someone that you respect, someone who has something to gain from you believing in it. Why does it matter to you? Is it the tone? This has good tone, I reckon. Is it the loudness of the body? Do you think a one-piece body is going to be the loudest guitar? Is it going to be the loudest solid body guitar? Sustain? Is it going to be the weight? Do you think a one-piece body will have the weight that you dream of? What is it? So this guitar, my LTD, Who knows how many parts this is? This is a neck through body. How many parts is this gonna be? I don't even really know. Because with this, you have the... We try to get the light. So we have the... Looks like a 3-piece neck. You see the middle of the neck there. One there, one there. This is probably a 3-piece neck. Neck through body. And then the wing, typically the wings. Assuming that the wing, each wing is 1 piece, right? Assuming each wing is 1 piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is that a 5-piece body? You can kind of see the lines there. Doesn't look like there's any other lines. Right, so we can see the line there, we can see the line there, the line there, the line there. Do we see any lines in here? Nope. Do we see any lines here? Nope. 5-piece, what is it? We counted 3-piece neck plus the 2 wings, 5-piece body. This guitar has served me well for a lot of years. You know, it's funny what you can do when you don't have much options. When you don't have much options, when you don't really know much of the options out there, you tend to concentrate on what's important, right? My Epiphone Les Paul Custom. Who knows how many pieces this is? Are we even going to be able to see it? I don't see any lines in there. Maybe they done the finish really smoothly where the lines don't show up. It's very hard to see because it's probably just a flat black. It's probably not even a transparent black. So who knows how many pieces this is? And yet, I picked this guitar. One of the reasons why I picked this guitar, as I mentioned before, is because of the liveliness of the body. I've never played this guitar in a long time, but just now I was shocked by how loud it was, how snappy the tone is. Obviously the noise gate is kicking in again, and also the compressor is really kicking in big time because of the loudness of this guitar. I think I'm trying to sell this guitar, by the way, because of the neck. I'm not a fan of the neck, this 60s slim taper style, because it's not that it's so slim, but the shape it feels really flat, and it feels like there's not enough shoulder. I think it's the shoulder. It's not. I don't know. Doesn't. Yeah, I don't. It's not quite round enough. I love the 50s neck of my Gibson though. Is it ringing? My noise gate is kicking in, so you won't be able to hear much of the sustain on this. Even so, I have to keep talking, so to all keep opening the gate. And anyway, you get the point. Speaking of Gibson, the Les Paul. Now I think as of now, this is probably the most loudest and powerful sounding guitar that I have acoustically. Electric, solid body. When I mentioned this before, when I first played this at the shop, I was shocked at how the notes were jumping out of the body compared to the other Gibsons that I've tried. Some of the Gibsons were just kind of bland and underwhelming. There was one that I really liked that would have been the alternate to this if I didn't get this. It was a Tobacco Sunburst, and that one, the tone was really snappy and bright, but this one has a girth to the sound, to the tone, acoustic tone. I'm not even talking about the electric tone yet. Let's give you a D. You like the D, right? I'll give you the D. You like that? Yeah. Rev G3. The comments that I mentioned about this guitar, guess what? This guitar is a two-piece body. I knew that when I was inspecting the guitar, when I was auditioning this. Where is the two-piece? It's blended in very well, man. I don't think it's that obvious line in the middle. What about the strap button? See that there? This one here? That line there? See there? The change of the grain? You see that line? If you follow that line through, it's very hard to see. See, even with the light helping us out, it's blended unbelievably well. It's in there. You can see the sudden change in direction of the grain pattern. You see that? You're smart enough to acknowledge that. But I don't care. I didn't care. I was just so shocked at how well the guitar, the body was performing, the resonance, the liveliness, like I always say. The bass tone of the body. The shape of the neck, it was just right. Some of the other 50s felt extra chunky. This is nice and chunky, but not extra chunky. And the grain looks good. And the nice honey burst. 2-piece body. It's all good. Super acceptable. So what do you think? Does it still matter to you? Did you come up with your answer on why it's important to you? Is it the durability factor? Because none of my multi-piece body electric guitars have split or anything. None. Probably all in your imagination to buy some more guitars, right? Someone's profiting from that. In the end, people really probably don't even care. You go to the studio, even my producer, we went recording, and then he's pretty anal with tone. He wants me to restring right when we're ready to track. Everything's all set up. All we need to do is start tracking. That's when we restring the guitar. He wants to make sure the tone is good because his reputation is on the line, and he makes good tracks. He makes good songs. He churns out good singles and good albums and etc. As long as you're really playing good, who really cares on the pieces of the body, the pieces of the neck, how the neck is joint, scarf joint, the knot material, as long as it's hard enough. You probably, let me just get this back again. If you're playing a guitar, like a different, a new guitar in the shop or a friend's wants, someone else's, and then you're playing it like, oh man, this is so good. This is so good. This is super gushing on it, right? But then I bumped the guitar. That's what I call a natural disaster. It's not a disaster because nothing even happened. Now, where was I? So you like this new guitar that you've encountered. You really like it, and then you found out that there's more than one piece. Oh, bro, and it completely turned. Let me tell you something. I need you to sit down, man. You sat down yet? You sat down? Yeah? Yeah? Comfy? Yeah? Let me tell you something. If you really like a guitar, you really, really liked it, plays awesome, everything, the tone, everything is pleasing, and then you find out that it's a more than a one-piece body, and then you did a 180 saying, oh no, you know, if you do that, man, you're a cock, right? You are a chump. You are a cock. However, the good thing is, it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to be like that. You can use your brain and realize that, oh man, instead of being completely turned off, you can say, oh wow, it's more than one piece, but It's so good. Oh man, I love it. Wow, it totally changed my mind. You know, being a rational, cerebral, intelligent, analyzing human being, you can decide to be that. That's up to you. I believe in freedom. You get to choose, right? So, man, stop being a sheep. If you like it, don't let other people saying that you must have a one-piece body dictate that you should. If you like it, I guess you like it. You have your own mind, right? You can think independently, right? You're not monolithic with some other people. And I understand why you're doing that, because I've done that. Probably still doing it with some things. But I try. Are you trying? People don't care, man. One piece, three piece, two piece. As long as you're playing guitar good, it's probably fine. Probably fine. So I hope you learned something good from this. Hope you took something away. But apart from that, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Just a simple guy talking here about the gear. What do I know? But I've been Goldie, nevertheless. Good morning. Oh yeah, I need to point something out, man. I noticed there are even more people subscribing. Wow, what in the world? Here I am just unloading some of my guitarist principles and I'm getting subscribers? What? Me? Thank you guys very much. Our most recent subscribers, we have the Live Bass channel, Wolfgang Rittner, Marcos Rosas, Puch Carrasco, and Michael Kukuk. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day.